Devotional, Fearless in Battle, number 3. Faith cannot operate in conjunction with fear. The disciples' fear when in the midst of the storm was greater than their level of faith. As consequence, they couldn't exercise their faith. On the other hand, Jesus experienced the same storm in the same boat at the same time along with his disciples, and had absolute zero fear. A fear response is startlingly different when compared to acting out of faith. So often thought we are like the disciples. We exhaust our strength and give in to panic. In addition, we cause those around us to stumble, to fear too. We prophesy doom over ourselves like the disciples did. In contact, look at Jesus' response. He was more disturbed by the disciples' lack of faith than the boat filled in with water or violent waves or the boisterous winds. He stands up and rebukes the wind and the waves obey. I am also intrigued by the fact that Jesus could sleep through a storm. Perhaps he was giving the disciples a chance to exercise their faith. Does it seem to you like Jesus is asleep while you encounter a stormy situation? Have you considered that perhaps that he is waiting for you to exercise your faith? I know for a fact that I've been angry with God for seemingly to stay silent during the fearless storm in our lives. Many circumstances during surgeries, during complications, we stumble upon fear at times. God speaks through the scripture. Do not be afraid, just believe, and he or she will be healed. As the verse on Luke 8:50. I long to those words, and depending on God's faithfulness to us, until you say no to fear, we will not be able to exercise faith. Have you been through circumstances in your life, or you're currently struggling with faith or exercising faith? Joshua 1:9. Have I not commanded you to be strong, courageous? Do not be affrighted, and do not be dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go. Mark 4:35 through 41. On the day when evening had come, he said to them, let's go across to the other side, and leaving the crowd, they took him with them in the boat as he was. Other boats were with him, and a great windstorm arose, and the waves were breaking into the boat, so the boat was already filling. But he was in the stern asleep on a cushion. They woke him up and said to him, Teacher, do you not care that we are perishing? And he woke and rebuked the wind and said to the sea, Peace, be still. And the wind ceased, and there was a great calm. He was with them. Why are you afraid? Have you still no faith? And they said, filled with the great fear, said to one another, Who then is, and that even in the wind the sea obeyed him. Luke 8:50. But Jesus, on hearing this, answered, Do not fear, only believe, and she will be well. And then he came to the house, and he allowed no one enter with him, except Peter, John, and James, and the father and the mother of the child. 22. And all were weeping, mourning for her, but he said, Do not weep, for she is not dead, but sleeping. 53. As they laughed at him, knowing that she was dead, but trying, taking her hand, calling, Child, arise, and her spirit returned. 55. And her spirit returned, and she got up at once. He directed that something should be given her to eat. As her parents were amazed, he char- he he charged them to tell no one what had happened. Thank you for joining us today in this devotional. See you soon. Bye.